ETF fans. Mike here with another edition of Portfolio Visualizer Insights video format. Would like to show a little shout out to Dan Ives for retweeting or whatever you call it, reposting on X the video we did yesterday of his. It gave us a little momentum in terms of people asking us to do additional tickers, which was awesome. So now I've got a whole list of tickers that people want to see a portfolio visualizer on. I encourage you to go out to social media, share a ticker that you want, tag us in it. All the information's on our website that you would need to do that. But this is a great way. And so I'm committed to doing one of these a day going forward until I run out of tickers that people are requesting. And today we got a request from the Godfather on X, who is requesting that we do go under the hood on a new Pacer ETF, TRFK. So let's get right into it. I'm going to hop into the member access platform. To get to this ETF, I know that it's in the same category as the Dan Ives product that we did yesterday. So I'm going to go about doing this a little bit different today just to highlight some additional tools. So I'm going to our ETF dashboard, equity thematic. This is all of our thematic ETFs grouped up by segment and by group. So disruptive tech, you can see, is the largest of the 243 billion in this category. There's 59 ETFs. I got live trading data for all those ETFs, historical return data, flows data, all aggregated up in a super easy way to find it and review it. And you can see here's all the subcategories within disruptive tech. And this ETF, just like the Dan Ives product that we did yesterday, is in the broad-based disruptive tech. And there it is, Pacer Data and Digital Revolution ETF. It's got 159 million in AUM, kind of right in the middle there with expense ratio, all that good stuff. TRFK. So what I want to do is first and foremost, let's take a look at this subgroup of disruptive tech category. So I clicked that link. All of our dashboards have hyperlinks to save you a ton of time having to do the filters on your own to just load those ETFs into the database. And you can see it come in here. I will point out there's a couple of country specifics, so we're going to kick those out of here and just focus in on the category equity thematic disruptive tech. So I've got 15 funds I'm looking at here. And what I'm going to do is have a little fun with overlap analyzer. So I selected all those tickers, come up here to my little overlap analyzer tool, gonna hit go. And what that did is it just plotted every single one of the ETFs in this category, and it showed me how many names in common and overlap they have with each other. So if I go in here, we're gonna just look at TRFK. We'll see how unique it is relative to the category. So next to the JTech, it's got 13 names, 22%. It's got 10 names and almost 30% with the Dan Ives product we did yesterday. Just a couple names and under 2% with TEKX. And you can go all the way through this, but it's a great way to get to understand the product. And what I would just really point out is that chart over here to the right, just to show you how unique these are. There's only one company that's in all 14 of the or the 14 of the 15. So there's one company sold in 14 of the 15 products that we're looking at here, but there's 242 names that are held in only one of the 15. So just really shows you how diverse and unique this area of the market is. And then you can come down and actually see all those names. So not surprisingly, there's NVIDIA or Meta, whatever it may be. All right, back to the ETF database to get to the star of the show today, which is the Pacer Data and Digital Revolution ETF. Gonna hop into that product. Gonna take a look at what's inside of this portfolio. So first couple of things, it's at 159 million in AUM. Just take a quick look at flows. It's got some big inflows recently. So last month it did 42 million. So in new flows, and it's already done 10 million this year or this month. So you can look at that in a number of different ways. You can look at it daily, however you want. See a heart rate trade there in the middle of August, it looks like, to do a rebalance, all that good stuff. Hopping over to the portfolio visualizer now though. And I'm just going to go right into this portfolio and open it up. Take a second here to load in. There's a few more companies inside of this portfolio than inside of the Dan Ives portfolio. This portfolio, as we're waiting for this to load, I can talk about a little bit, follows the Pacer Index. So it is a rules-based strategy. It's a modified market cap where they're looking to identify the qualifying companies based on revenue associated with this disruptive tech trend, really focusing in on data and the companies that are supporting the growth of the technology, AI, and all that good stuff. So, looking at my visualizer here, I'm seeing yesterday's returns. See Oracle pulled back a little bit, but obviously if I put this up to be, 1 month, it's going to glow. Oracle being up, 21% over the last month with their big news. We can get a kind of a visual of the portfolio. I'm going to break this down by industry because so much of it's in technology to give us a little better view here. We can see the portfolio has 35% semiconductors. It's a common story. 30% software, communications equipment, etc. But today what I'm going to do is a little bit differently. I like to look for companies, in addition to net income, what we did yesterday, I also like to see what are my valuations. And when I'm talking about disruptive tech, I really like to focus in on my price to sales valuations, not just price earnings, but price to sales on a forward-looking basis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my data point here to go down to my valuations, and I'm going to look for price earnings on a forward, or price sales on a forward basis. And we're going to get this color coding's done wrong here. In my opinion, we got to switch that up where it shows red for the higher, but currently it's scaling on green. So see, for example, strategy trades at 197 times forward sales, obviously because it's basically a Bitcoin holding company. But there is a lot of big numbers here. In fact, I would like to just see what percentage of these 81 stocks is trading at a forward sales of higher than 10, kind of like that number that people start to question and be like, does this make sense? So to do that, I'm going to close my summary stats. I'm going to go down to my valuation tab. I'm going to set a filter on price earnings forward greater than or equal to 10. Not price earnings, price sales forward greater than or equal to 10. And I'm going to apply. And what's cool is every company that's going to have greater than a 10 is going to show up in here in this database. I could go through them one by one, but that also applies to my visualizer. So now I can see there's 15 companies inside of those, out of those 81, that have a price to sales greater than 10 on a forward basis. And that equates to 46% of the portfolio. So, hey, this is a very high growth portfolio, very high growth space, might be worth it. But it's something to note. These valuations are getting up there again with a lot of these companies. And that's another great way to use the portfolio visualizer tool. So that's what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll post this out on our social media channels. If you liked it, give it a like. If you have an ETF that you'd like us to look under the hood on, or drop it in our social media account, let us know what it is, and let us know why you'd like what you'd like us to look under the hood at. And I will commit that as long as you keep dropping the tickers, I will do one of these a day, one of these a trading day. Not doing this on Saturday and Sunday. But other than that, we will get her done. And I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Have a great weekend, everyone. This is Friday, September 12th for reference on all the data and information. Take care.